warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day I wish to our panels. We are Horcruxes from Hufflepuff, Shillong 4, and in this presentation, we will share with you about our corporate social responsibility project that is empowering elderly digital literacy. Our group members are myself, Muhammad Sharifuddin, and I will give you the introduction of our project, followed by Mr. Mustaqim, who will share about the problem statement, goal and objectives of our project. Next is Ms. Shahira Husna, who will tell you about the strategies and activities that we have laid out for this project, followed by Mrs. Siti Nushazriza, who will discuss about the expected results and beneficiary of this project. And finally, Mr. Shahrizal, who will share about the financial implications of this project and conclude our presentation. Coming back to our topic, that is empowering elderly digital literacy. What is digital literacy? According to the American Library Association, digital literacy is the ability to use information and communication technologies to find, evaluate, create, and communicate information, requiring both cognitive and technical skills. Why these cognitive and technical skills are important? You will understand in a bit. In the Internet Users Survey 2020, Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission's MCMC reported that there were approximately 29 million Internet users in Malaysia in 2020, or almost 88.7% of the total population. This is a large number if we compare to the statistics in 2012, where Internet usage among Malaysians was just merely 64.1% of the total population. It is a remarkable 24.6% increment over an 8-year period. And there are many factors contributing to this, such as availability of cheaper devices, cheaper data charges, and so on. However, the increasing number of internet users has opened up opportunities for cyber criminals to take advantage of the unsuspecting users. Cybersecurity Malaysia reported that in 2020, there were 10,790 cases compared to 2012, around 9,976 cases. Yes, the numbers may have given you the wrong idea that even though the users of internet are increasing, cybercrime cases are not, with only 814 increment over this 8-year period. However, if you look closely at the data, you will notice that within that period of time, online fraud incidents have almost doubled from 3,991 cases in 2012 to 7,593 cases in 2020, while intrusion incidents have dropped from 4,326 cases in 2012 to 1,444 cases in 2020. This situation indicates that cybercriminals are now shifting their targets from attacking devices to targeting people, as people are easier to manipulate. But however risky it is, we cannot avoid from being on the internet, because internet is life, and it will facilitate our life if we know how to use it properly. In the future, more aspects of our life are going online, and we will be left behind if we do not participate. We are already seeing it in this pandemic time, where businesses, education institutions, government services, and many others are shifting the provisions to online platforms to remain functional. Therefore, there's no avoiding internet. In the Internet Users Survey 2020 report as well, Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commissions noted that majority of non-users are the elderly people, those aged 60 years old and above, and it made up almost 52% of the total population of non-users. And two of the top reasons mentioned in the survey were lack of interest and too old to learn. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that is what motivates us to come out with this project that focuses on elderly people, using interesting approaches to let them know the benefits of technologies and to make them sure that they are able to protect themselves from cyber criminals, so they will have the confidence to do so in the future. That's all from my part. I will pass to Mr. Mustaqim to proceed with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharifuddin, for that brief introduction. So let's move on to the problem statement of the program. Okay, so let me start our problem statement with the ideal situation of digital literacy in Malaysia. So what is the ideal situation? If we see in the last few decades, we have been experiencing a rapid pace of digitalization. So that means that there are lots of applications and online services appeared, uh, including our government side. For example, that there are more and more government services are being offered through application and website in an effort to deliver a more uh, efficient services and reduce the operational cost. So we can see that there is an integrated platform such as MyEG that is an integrated website consists of several government agencies services that can deliver uh, efficient service to citizen. For example, how to renew your license, how to pay your tax, and so on. But what is the reality of the situation in Malaysia? It seems that all this technology and convenience are being can only be used currently being used by the younger generation, and our senior citizens are still not familiar with all this technology as applications and online services. Actually, they want to learn and they want to keep up with the technology, but they lack the patience to learn and understand the use of mobile application. They are struggle to learn and adapt new thing, particularly the technology. So here comes our proposal. We propose that we want to conduct a workshop that aims to give the elderly an exposure to digital platform through a hands-on experience. In our workshop, we plan that the participants will be exposed to certain basics applications and mobile and online safety uh, and e-commerce applications. Okay, so this is the problem statement in a nutshell. So the ideal part, the reality, and the proposal. Okay, so what is our goal? Actually, our goal is that we aim to increase the motivation and interest of elderly in learning and adapting to digital platforms. It means that we don't want to the senior citizen being left out in this digital era. We want them to embrace the technology and understand that the technology is actually is our friends to humanity, not a strange thing, not an enemy. So the technology does help our life become easier. Okay, so this is the objective of our program. So we come up with the three objectives. For the first one is to increase the knowledge of Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members in using e-commerce application through a 2-hour session of senior shopper hands-on. Okay, then the second one is to educate the Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members to the danger of online scam through a 2-hour session of think before you click forum. And the third one is to increase at least 70% of Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members registration in e-commerce application at the end of this workshop. Okay, so as you can see that our objective has comprised from multiple angles. For example, for the first objective is that we want to increase the knowledge for the elder citizen from the Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association regarding the basic mobile application such as Shopee, Lazada, and Grab. So all these applications actually are basic and can be considered must know for all level of demography, may it be young people as well as the elder people, because from this application they can learn how to buy their groceries online, how to order e-hailing, and so on. So this basic app, by knowing that this basic app, it will make the life become more convenient and easier. And then for the second objective, we can see that we want to expose them the danger and the risk of online scam. As we know that the recent Macau scam syndicate, they are targeting elder generation because they are easier target. So we don't want our elderly be exposed to the danger when they are browsing through the mobile app. So we will equip them with a basic safety knowledge about the online system as well. Okay, so I think that's all for me. Let's move on to the next part, which is about the method of our program. Okay, thank you.
Next is method. So, our CSR project will be conducted on 31st of July 2021 from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. at Banquet Hall Institut Takbiran Awam Negara Intan Bukit Kiara. To make this program measurable and realistic, this program will only address the problem of digital illiteracy that is faced by the target of 50 elderly among Damansara Senior Association members. Also, this program will collaborate with CIMB and MCMC to fully utilize their resources and advantages that they have, which can be contributed for results. We also receive a sponsor from GrabFood Malaysia and CIMB. The strategy and activities for this program in line with the objective. So, the first strategy is capacity building. The capacity building strategy aims at achieving a digitally competent society where all participants use knowledge and skill on digital technology to improve their livelihood. So, this workshop will focus on developing the participants' basic digital skill on e-commerce application to suffice their needs through hands-on activity. By shopping online, the elderly can save time and money right from the comfort of their own home. First activity under this strategy is Senior Shopper Hands-on Workshop. This activity will be conducted for 2 hours with the participant. A representative from DPA Cadet will instruct the participant to install e-commerce apps like Shopping, Lazada, Tesco Online, and Grab from the App Store and register for an account. Next, instructor will help participants to familiarize themselves with the e-commerce app before they start purchasing. Participants will get 10 ringgit Grab voucher for the first time purchasing on Grab apps to get the experience of online purchasing. Second activity under strategy 1 is mentoring group. Mentoring group session allow participants to guide their own outcome, learn at their own pace, and receive tailored support to build their digital skill and confidence. From here on, facilitator, which is also DPA cadets, will assist the instructor. 2 facilitators will be mentoring 10 participants in a group, and overall there are 10 facilitators. Also, facilitators need to be mindful that they are there to help and encourage participants to learn, but not do everything for them. Second strategy is awareness raising. Cyber criminals are constantly looking for ways to make money at our expense. Individuals, especially the elderly, often fall prey to fraud. So it is vital for participants to have knowledge and tools so that they can protect themselves. Awareness is the best defense. So, activity under this strategy is Think Before You Click Forum. It will involve a special session with a representative from CIMB and MCMC and is expected to take place for 2 hours. This forum session will cover topics related to scamming cases that have occurred within the nation. This forum also includes a recording sharing session with victims of this scam. To acquire information on the victim, we will collaborate with PDRM to find out the detail and record of previous victims. Third strategy of this program is information sharing. Information sharing can be defined as the voluntary act of making information processed by one entity available to another entity. So, it is essential to enable intervention to the elderly to achieve positive outcome throughout this program. Also, effective information sharing, which is accurate and up-to-date, can help keep the elderly prevent from online scam. Activity under this strategy is e-pamphlet distribution. In line with the program purpose, which aims to increase digital literacy among participants, e-pamphlet will be distributed instead of physical copies during the session. The pamphlet contains related articles, publication, and infographics for further participant references. The participant can access it by scanning the QR code at the beginning of the program. Thus, this will increase the distribution rate as the general public can also gain access to this pamphlet as long as they have the QR code. So, this is the tentative program. We will start our program at 9 a.m. with a registration process. Then, we will have breakfast at 9:30 a.m. We will start our first activity, which is senior shopper at 10 a.m. This activity estimated to finish at 12 p.m. Then we will have lunch break. We will start with our next activity, which is Think Before You Click at 1:30 p.m. This activity expected to finish at 3:30 p.m. Then we will have our tea time. After tea time, we will proceed with closing ceremony. This program estimated to finish at 5 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Shahira, for presenting our proposed program strategies and activities. Our activities as presented by Ms. Shahira is very simple but impactful, as it is designed to achieve our program's goal. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Siti Shazliza binti Muhammad Fauzi, a member of Hokarsa's team, and I will continue this presentation. My presentation is divided to two parts, which are the first part is the expected result from our program, and the next part will be on the beneficiaries of this program. Now, let's go into the first part of my presentation. I would like to present the expected result. After discussing with my team members, we have come up with 3 stages of expected result, which are, as you can see in the screen, the first one is the output, which is the immediate result after the program. The second one is the outcome, which is the short-term result. And lastly, the impact, which is the long-term result of this program. Moving on, let me start with the output. Immediately after the program ends, the participants of the workshop, which are the Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members, will be more competent in using digital technology. We anticipate that 70% of the members will install and register in e-commerce application on their smartphones. This in turn will increase their familiarization with e-commerce application as they acquire the needed knowledge to navigate and browse through the application. Additionally, from this workshop as well, the participant will gain more knowledge on cybersecurity and be more aware of the danger of the internet. Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members will know how to detect online scam and prevent from getting scammed. The members will be more confident, which is very important, to use e-commerce application and reduce unnecessary anxiety due to unfamiliarity towards the application. Next, I will proceed with the outcome. We have outlined 3 outcomes. For the first one, 2 to 3 months after the program ended, we anticipate at least 50% of the Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members will be more familiar and actively using the e-commerce apps on their smartphone as an alternative to purchasing goods and services physically. The participant will be able to purchase goods and services online, such as e-hailing, and independently use it as an alternative platform to purchase goods and services. Additionally, the second outcome is the participants are also able to take precaution and preventive measure while using their smartphone and browsing the net. Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members are expected to safeguard their safety on the internet, such as protecting their password, preventing from clicking fishy ad pops, and not to share their personal information online unless it is a secure website. This brings me to the third point of the outcome, where we anticipate that participants will advocate to other senior citizen communities to enhance their digital knowledge. Since Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association is an active non-governmental association or NGOs and has a history of working with others and other NGOs such as National Council of Senior Citizen Organisation Malaysia, similar workshop or program but based on their best practice sharing are expected to be conducted in the future. And lastly, we go for the impact. Due to the commencement of this program, there will be an increment of e-commerce application usage by adults in Damansara Jaya vicinity. In a wider context, continuous learning will enable them to be competent in digital technology. In relation to elderly cyber scam cases, we anticipate lesser cases will be reported, especially in Damansara Jaya vicinity due to the knowledge gained on digital security. Okay, now let's move on to the second part of my presentation. Where I'll be presenting on the beneficiaries of this program. You may ask, who are the beneficiaries from this program? Okay, we have outlined two parties which are, as you can see here on the screen, one is direct beneficiaries and second one is indirect beneficiaries. Alright, let's touch on the first direct beneficiary, which will be the Damansara Jaya Senior Citizen Association members. They are the one who participate in this program. So we know that they are not tech savvy, and oftentimes they are afraid to use their smartphone because of they don't know how to operate it very well. So through this program, they will be able to be educated on how convenient technologies can be and how they can use it safely. Also, it will help them to be more independent without having to rely on caretakers to purchase goods or services online. Additionally, as the participants increase their knowledge on digital technology, they are able to make informed decisions, which is very important as they browse through e-commerce application. Secondly, as mentioned earlier, there will be also indirect beneficiaries towards this program, which will be the DPA cadets. This program involves DPA cadets as organizer of this program and also facilitators in the activities. Through this program, they will get the chance to develop their soft skill, especially leadership skill, and be able to polish their communication skill as facilitators. This program will provide them the opportunity to interact with people from different age group and different background, and in this case, the adults and also the agencies that they will be working on. This soft skill will help them to become an excellent PTD officers as they gain valuable experience in organizing the program itself and the exposure of collaborating and working together with different agencies that will be participating in this program. Next, I will pass the floor to my teammate where he will share the budgeting and financial implications of this program. Before I end my presentation and on this part, I would like to say thank you so much for listening.
For the income and budget, cost of this program will be allocated from the Subcluster Pembangunan Modal Insan SKPMI Intan and Majlis Perwakilan Peserta MPP Program DPA Intan 2021, and also will be sponsored by GrabFood Malaysia and CIMB. A draft of this program was presented to all parties at the initial phases of this program to seek funds and sponsors to finance the program. Due to the program's projected impact and clear flow, it received the trust and confidence of supporting bodies and was accepted. As stated in the table provided, the allocation and sponsorship received a total of 2,480 ringgit, which is enough to pay the cost of the entire programs. And for the budget cost, after a thorough checking and calculation, we expected a cost of 2,480 ringgit for this event. Below is the itemized budget. For food and beverages will be provided to guests, participants, and the committee's program for breakfast, lunch, and tea time for this one-day program. During the breakfast, each participant will be served three different kinds of kueh with Nescafe and hot tea. Lunch meals will be provided in a packed food set with drinks included. The menu is plain white rice, chicken, mixed vegetables, and mineral water. Menu for vegetarian and other special needs will be asked beforehand. For tea time, each participant will be served fried noodles with Nescafe and hot tea. Unit prices for foods and beverages are followed in Intan's guidelines. For publicities, during the program promotion phase, e-poster will be distributed via social media. Meanwhile, a large banner will be placed at the entrance of the event hall. The size of the banner is 4 times 12 feet. This banner is large enough to be hung perfectly at the entrance door and can be used in a group photo at the end of the program. The poster and banner will be printed at Unit Percetakan Intan as it is cheaper, good quality, and hassle-free. Designed for both publicities as Figure 1 and Figure 2 below. And for the token of appreciation, plaque will be given to CIMB, MCMC, and Damansara Jaya Senior Association members to contribute and participate in this event. We found the cheapest provider named One Stop 3D Center located in number 14A Bazar Semenyih 43500 Semenyih, Selangor. Goodies containing notebooks and pens will be provided for participants and will be sponsored by CIMB. For the activity, each participant will be given 10 ringgit for Grab voucher during the senior shopper session to experience shopping online and be sponsored by Grab Food Malaysia. And for the contingency cost, we provide a contingency cost of 300 ringgit as a backup in case the cost exceeded the estimated budget. As the conclusion, this program is important to be held in order to prevent the elderly from becoming cybercrime victims. Although most of the younger generation are very familiar with digital stuff, somehow there are people that still don't know how to use digital gadgets and smartphones. And most of them are the elderly people. The elderly will be benefited by this program, as the main goal of this program is to increase the motivation and interest of elderly in learning and adapting to digital platforms. With this program, the participants will be exposed to gadgets and technologies and how they can use it safely. Now, the older generation are required to know about digital literacy because of the current technological advancement. Many conventional businesses are changing to online business platforms that provide more advantages to both customers and the business owners. This program can help elderly to improve their digital skills, such as using gadgets, smartphones, and even do online shopping themselves with the support from DPA cadets as organizers and facilitators. This program is beneficial to both the elderly and DPA cadets because not only the elderly people can improve their digital skills, but the cadets can also develop leadership skills through teaching and helping the elderly. Through this program, DPA cadets will get a chance to develop their leadership and communication skills. They will also gain valuable experience in organizing programs. This experience can be beneficial to them in the near future. That's all from us. Thank you very much. Let's empower elderly digital literacy. Thank you.